Okay, so today we're going to do a little bit off the home brewing beaten path. I'm really excited about this. I've gotten to get my hands on the Clawhammer Supply distillation unit, and specifically this is for the essential oils extraction procedure. And so, as you know, home distilling is illegal and you would never do that, right? So we're going to run reverse osmosis water up and over into a second vessel that has a false bottom where we're going to pack it with rosemary. Today we're going to do rosemary. I'm also going to try mint. I've seen they have the video on lavender, and essentially we're going to take the essential oils out of that plant product and turn it into something usable. Say your diffusers at home. I'm going to try tinctures for beer or other beverages. We could essentially make our own bitters, anything like that. And so let's get right to it. So here we have the gorgeous new setup. So I am going to be boiling reverse osmosis water in this one. That steam is going to make it up and over this column into the second vessel that has a false bottom chilling right about here. We're going to fill it all the way up with rosemary. That steam is then going to go up and over, and I have my condenser right here, so water is going to be flowing in and flowing out of this guy, and we are going to essentially turn that vapor back into water, and it's going to be collected into a vessel that I'm going to put down there. So let's go get some rosemary. While we go harvest that rosemary, I want the water to start coming up to temperature, and so I'm going to open this guy up and start filling it with reverse osmosis water. Come take a look. So today I'm going to be using the 110 volt Clawhammer controller. We're going to set it to 212 degrees to get this up to a boil. I've opened this guy up and let's see, there's our element. Isn't that beautiful? We have our RO filter right here. I'm going to turn that guy on and it is going to start filling this. Probably going to put 6 gallons. Let's see how that goes. So turned off our water. Now we're going to take the top off of this guy so that we can fill it with rosemary. So come here and take a look. This guy has a false bottom in it. There we go. So while this comes up to temperature, we are going to go harvest our rosemary. It is going to heat up, and by the time that we're ready, we should have a good temperature going on in here up over the column while it warms everything up. Because the whole name of the game for this is that the steam is going to be pulling those essential oils out of the rosemary, and let's see how it goes. So she's cooking 100%. So I want to make sure that I'm not extracting essential oils of snails or other little creatures that might be living on this rosemary. This smells so freaking good. The challenge with rosemary is, what do I actually do with the essential oil with it? And so honestly, this is what I had on hand. Like we've talked about, the lavender video is out, so that makes a good essential oil for, say, diffusers. Rosemary, I intend on infusing olive oil with it and using it for cooking. And so we're going to see how it goes. Should have worn rubber gloves. Make my hands all sticky. In the video that I watched about the lavender, they just had the stems in there, so this has just been rinsed. I'm going to go ahead and just fit these in and pack as much as I can in there because I want to pull as much essential oil out of these as possible. it appears that I've harvested too much rosemary. I don't want it to be dense in there or packed because I still want the steam to flow up and over. So kind of loosely. If I were doing something thicker, I would try and like balance that out with some other like a mesh screen or something to kind of put layers in there. But with this, there's plenty of room going up and over. And oh my gosh, this smells so good. It's crazy. I look forward to this. All right, so check this out. Pretty well packed in there. We fit it all. I'm excited about this.
Just tell me when you want me to grab the camera again.
Okay. So on this one, I've got the water input coming into here and the water output going into there, and that's gonna go out and water my garden. So go Earth. Okay, this is super exciting. Okay, so our steam has built up in here. We're at a boil, I can hear it bubbling away. I watched this gauge jump straight to, we're at 210 degrees, so we're clearly boiling. As soon as that steam makes it up and over the column, it finds the path of least resistance, and I know I'm like nerding out about this, but this is really cool. It makes it over, everything just pushed like super fast. So once I got up to temperature on this one, that steam built up at pressure. And right now I expect that this will be too hot to touch within a minute. So really, really cool stuff. As soon as that steam is there, I can feel the temperature climbing right about here. As soon as it reaches up here, I'm gonna turn on my water to start that condenser flowing. And we're gonna be cooking with gas. So this is super fun. I very much look forward to it. So the end result is gonna be distilled water and then a layer of essential oils on top. Very cool. This has come up to temperature. We are boiling. I've got full steam coming up and over the column. It's going under that false bottom, and now we can tap it. I can clearly sense the temperature is heating up the condenser right now. We have our first runnings coming up and over, and as soon as that is flowing, I'm going to turn on the water. All right, so we have our wisps of steam. The steam has definitely heated this up until there, and as you can see, that is our blow off. I'm assuming that's a safety thing. So I'm gonna turn the water on and start the condenser so that it can do its job. Okay, so I just made the mistake of tasting this. It is so powerful, it's not even funny. This is so good. I very much look forward to putting this into an olive oil, or like I said, we're gonna try a Negroni later. But a little bit goes a very long way. So don't just dip your finger in there and put it in your mouth, because I have a feeling that for the rest of the day, I'm gonna taste nothing but rosemary, because this is that is really extracting. So we're about 2 hours into this running, and this is how much I have. I don't think I want any more than that. I'm also not seeing any kind of stratification that I was expecting. There's not much essential oil at the very top of the layer, so we're gonna see if that does end up balancing out. But yeah, this is powerful. The brewery smells absolutely amazing, and so as far as I'm concerned, this is working perfectly. And in about 45 minutes, I'm going to stop it and just count it good, because I don't know what I'm going to do with a whole gallon of this, I guess, distillate. We're going to go from there. Okay, so while we're here, you've seen this setup and how this is working. It's essentially just pushing steam through. We're not dealing with any alcohol at all, which makes this legal. But theoretically, if you have this set up, you can also set it up to do common distillation. So with this, you could do anything from gin. So as you see here, this is very much an industrial grade gin basket. So inside here is a mesh basket where you put your coriander, juniper, tangerine peels, whatever it is that you want to infuse into that. Gin, essentially you're just distilling vodka and sending it through the aromatics. The next cool tool that this can come with is a deflegmator. So if you're trying to concentrate the alcohol that's coming up, essentially you're causing reflux by installing this into the top of the still so that only the cleanest ethanol is going to actually make it up and over into the condenser before getting collected. And then the third, this is my favorite, the third coolest piece that Clawhammer is making is this set of bubble plates. So I have 3, you could put as many as you want. Essentially every single time that that vapor comes up and through this, it's going to recondense and fall back through the upside down one, allowing it to concentrate each time. So if you ever see a whiskey or vodka that says triple distilled or more, they're not actually collecting that, making their cuts, and then putting it back into the still. They are running it through bubble plates. So commercially, we have these where you can pull off of each line and balance the system just right. But for home distilling, bubble plates is very much an awesome tool. So in a distillation use, you would not use the second vessel that I have here. You would just do it off of the first one. Your heating element is going to get that wash that you've made. So say it's like 10 or 15% ABV. All that's happening is that it's boiling off the ethanol that vaporizes at lower temperatures at about 170 degrees, starts making it up the column, and so you're extracting the alcohol that already exists in that wash and concentrating it into your final product. So whether that's whiskey, vodka, gin, if you're distilling wine, you can, sky's the limit. Anything with alcohol, you can pull that alcohol out and they're gonna have differing flavors, and then you can age it and filter it and all of the things. So essentially that's what's happening. So with this setup, you can do all of that. Again, I cannot stress enough, it is illegal in America to do that, and so we don't. We don't. But for informational purposes, now you know.
So just equal parts gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari.
All right, and then for the coup de grace, we're gonna take just a hint of lavender. I'm sorry, not lavender, rosemary. Because a little bit goes a very long way. You ready? Boop. That big ice ball is gonna pop out and splash everywhere. Now we have Rosemary Campari. Okay, so what I believe we've made here is technically a hydrosol. I'm not seeing the oil stratify on top. I'm gonna let it sit overnight in my fridge and see how it goes, see if that oil does want to separate. I don't have a chemical separator, and so I think that might be hindering us as well. It's just kind of getting stirred up in here as it was pouring. But I cannot stress how potent this actually is. The flavor is amazing. It immediately coats everything inside your mouth, so not to be consumed directly, but I'm going to infuse olive oils. I'm going to use it in, I'm going to try and make a butter with it. So we've got a rosemary butter. We did just make a mixed drink with it, and that was pretty good. So yeah, overall, mission accomplished. I'm super happy with this still. I didn't get a single leak or steam escape or anything like that. Everything worked perfectly, and so super happy with this setup, and I hope this was fun for you to watch. So like and subscribe, and hit me in the comments with anything, any thoughts or concepts, or especially let me know what I should do next with it. See ya!